Digital Descent, an internet horror story. The clock ticks in the silence of midnight. I sit at my desk in a dim, quiet room, the only light emanating from a flickery computer screen. My eyes wander through endless streams of content, when suddenly a mysterious message appears, a link pulsing with a strange, unnatural glow. My heart skips a beat. What could it be? I pause, then with trembling fingers, I click. A soft chime echoes as the page loads. The screen fills with eerie symbols and half-faded text that seem to whisper secrets into the darkness. A cold shiver runs down my spine. Was this an elaborate prank? Or had I just awakened something long forgotten? On the other side of the link, the website unfolds like a forbidden manuscript. The background is a murky blend of deep blues and blacks, and sporadic flashes of ghostly light reveal words that move as if alive. I lean closer, my breath catching in my throat. A message materializes in jagged text. Welcome to the realm beyond. I hesitate, and then I click further, drawn in by a force I cannot explain. The website's design shifts before my eyes, morphing onto a labyrinth of cryptic codes and images that flicker between clarity and distortion. In that moment, I feel both an irresistible attraction and an overwhelming sense of dread. Something that is watching. Outside, the world remains asleep, but inside, an unsettling presence awakens. I begin to notice small details, a slight delay in the cursor's movement, an almost imperceptible whisper that seems to emanate from the speakers. Who is there? I murmur into the silence. The response is a distortion of static and half-heard words, punctuated by eerie pauses. I see you. It breathes, as if coming from a distant, unseen source. I sit frozen, heart pounding, while the digital text continues to evolve on the screen. Strange characters dance and interlace with messages like, "Turn back and don't escape." Each pause in the text, sending fresh waves of terror through my veins. Unable to tear my eyes away, I dive deeper into this online enigma. I navigate through pages that reveal unsettling images, shadowy figures, decaying landscapes, and faces twisted in agony. The details are disturbingly vivid, a collage of horrors that challenge the boundaries of reality and digital fabrication. My fingers hover over the keyboard, then type frantic searches and commands. But every keystroke seems intercepted by a force beyond control. A digital force that twists my commands into cryptic responses. The computer's fan begins to whir erratically, as if the machine itself were becoming a vessel for something malignant. A distorted voice now resonates from the speakers, low and resonant. You have entered my domain. The words reverberate, punctuated by long, suffocating pauses. I can feel the presence intensifying, encircling me like a cold mist. I lean back, trying to process what is happening, but the screen's glow becomes an inescapable beacon, pulling me further into the digital abyss. In a desperate attempt to regain control, I search for a way to close the browser, only to find that the mouse behaves with a mind of its own. The cursor drifts erratically, pausing over images that seem to blink at me with a knowing, unnerving intensity. I hear a voice inside my head, a whisper that is not entirely my own. You cannot run. You belong here. The words echo over and over, each repetition punctuated by an agonizing silence that makes my pulse race. I stand up abruptly, almost knocking over a glass of water, my mind racing with disbelief and terror. Outside my room, the wind howls like a forlorn spirit, but inside, the only sound is the rhythmic hum of the computer and my own shallow breathing. The screen now displays a countdown. 10, 9, 8, each number appearing with a dramatic pause, as if heralding an inevitable descent into madness. My heart thunders in my ears as I fumble for the power button, but my hand freezes mid-air. A heavy silence falls over the room as the countdown reaches its final seconds. 3, 2, 1. In that heartbeat, the screen flashes white and then plunges into darkness. For a moment, I sit in utter silence, the only sound the pounding of my heart. Then, as if from the depths of the void, the computer reboots on its own. The display is filled with a single, stark message in a blood-red font. Your fate is sealed. A paralyzing dread seizes me. I scramble to shut down the machine, but the power button is unresponsive, as if the device is no longer mine to command. A shadow moves across the wall behind me, subtle at first, then unmistakably real. I spin around, my eyes wide in horror. There, in the corner of the room, stands a figure draped in a cloak of shifting digital static. Its eyes, deep and unfathomable,